Everyone's telling you to network. So here you are attending your very first networking event, but are you prepared? Do you have a game plan? Do you know what you want to say? Hey guys, it's Brian, and today's question comes from a student who's in her last year of university, and she's really in search of a job, and she's been told that she needs to be networking. So she actually went up to meetup.com and is attending her very first networking event, but she's really not too sure how to go about it all. Just a few weeks ago, I was in Phoenix, Arizona for a conference for work. And at these conferences, there's a lot of presentations and guest speakers, and it's just packed with a lot of information. And aside from these presentations, there are also cocktail receptions, lunches, breaks, and dinners. And essentially what it is just one big networking event. And this is really where the relationships are built. So instead of having to email someone formally, you can just pick up the phone and call the guy, ask them for advice on something. Maybe you want to just bounce some ideas, and they're not charging you. They're not looking for any sort of monetary compensation. They're just there to help you out. And that's really what networking is all about. Guys, here are my 6 tips on how to get yourself ready for your next networking event. Tip number 1, bring business cards. That's right, you're going to need business cards. And if you're still in school or if you're in between jobs, still have a set of cards made up. As for what you want to put on the business card, obviously your name, your email address. You can also put on your website or maybe your LinkedIn page. As for your phone number, I'll leave that up to you, but for safety reasons, you might want to leave it off until you get to know the person a little bit better. And if you think your business card looks a little bit plain, you can also go to your college or university institution and just see if they have a logo for you that you can use on your business card, and that just gives it a more professional look. Oh, and for those of you that haven't graduated yet, don't be afraid to use your major as your title on the business card as well. The other thing I want to mention is regarding your email address. I do recommend that you use an Outlook email address or a Gmail email address, and the reason being is that once you graduate, your college or university email address will actually expire. So it'd just be a real hassle to just migrate everyone over to your new one at that point. So you might as well just have them use your Outlook or Gmail address now. Tip number 2, wear something with pockets. Now it should go without saying, right, that you will be dressing appropriately and professionally for the event. And if you haven't yet, watch my video on how to update your style. I'll have a link in the description down below. So I'm suggesting that you wear something with pockets because you want easy access to your business cards. So for me, I like to keep my business cards in the inside pocket of my suit jacket. And the reason for that is because I shake people's hand with my right hand. So as I shake their hand, I reach in with my left hand and grab the business card. Now when I receive someone else's business card, I like to keep that in my left inside pocket. And that way I just know where my business cards are versus where everyone else's business cards are. Tip number 3, bring some cash. Typically at networking events, there's going to be a bar where you can buy a small snack or drinks. They don't always take credit card or debit, so it's a good idea just to bring some cash with you just in case. Tip number 4, eat before you go. It's a networking event, guys. It's not a place for you to fill up or to eat or to awkwardly shovel food into your mouth while you're trying to talk to somebody. It's fine to have a small bite while you're there, but what I just want to say is that you guys should eat before you head out so that you're not hungry and your eyes are just focused on the food. You should be there mingling and chatting with people. Tip number 5, warm up. So before you actually head into the networking event, I'd suggest you warm up by talking to other people, maybe make a phone call and talk to your friends beforehand. And the reason for that is just to warm up your vocal cords, get your lungs ready, and also just kind of bring out that social energy out of you. Talk to people on the bus. Maybe if you're going to stop for a coffee beforehand, chat up the barista. Tip number 6, have a pitch. So you're going to have to realize that once you get to the networking event, you're going to have a pitch to introduce yourself to other people, and so that they quickly have an understanding of who you are or what you're doing or what you bring to the networking event. You really want to have a pitch about 10 seconds long. Rehearse it to yourself, maybe in front of a mirror or just out loud. Tip number 7, have a purpose. So why are you going to this networking event? What do you hope to gain out of it? So maybe you want to get the word out of your new startup business, or maybe you want to meet a career connection so that you can get a job later. But what I encourage you to do is to make that your secondary objective. Your primary goal, however, is to use your networking event as a means to practice how to network, how to converse with other people, connect with other people, maybe excuse yourself from a very bad conversation, and you really want to use this as your dojo or your training hall to practice the skills of networking. And the whole point of all of this is so that when you do meet that one person that you really want to connect with at a moment's notice, maybe at the most unexpected time or circumstance, you'll have all the skills ready to go to actually connect with them right there and then. Okay guys, that's it for now. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep in mind that this is just part 1 of this topic. I'm working on a part 2, and that's really going to be more on the specifics as to what to say when you're actually at the event. How to converse, what questions to ask, how to excuse yourself from a really bad conversation. If you have a question for me, hit up my website 101mentoring.com and get some of your questions to me there. Okay guys, really appreciate it. Thanks again. I will catch you next time.